How's it going, everybody? So your boy Reafi is back with another story. Now, of course, this is not going to be as funny as my dick-slinging roommate that I had, but it should still be pretty funny, and I thought it has a different lesson to it, rather than just never get paired up with a sex-offending roommate. So this should be pretty entertainment, so if you guys are interested in hearing the story, then just keep listening. Tuesday night, I'm chilling on the stream, just kind of relaxing, chilling, you know, doing some account reviews through ImageUR, and then also doing it through Swore Farm and helping a few players out. And I was getting a lot of followers starting to kind of get into the Twitch channel, and I had about 120 to 110 people that were actually watching. And of course, one of those players that was watching, we'll call him Richard, and he started posting spoilers to Star Wars, and this is the beginning of a rabbit hole that will oh so go far, just like Alice in Wonderland. So Richard, after spoiling a lot of stuff in Star Wars, telling who does what, and you know, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil it for you guys either, but everyone was starting to get pissed, and then he actually ended up posting a link that was supposed to be to his monster box, and it ended up actually being a malicious link that locked everyone out of their accounts. And so after they all got logged out, it was a little bit of annoyance, but it was kind of funny. I'll admit that it was actually pretty funny. And I was like, yo man, as funny as that is, and as funny as you are of a troll, that's not cool. I have to ban you from the Twitch chat. You know, it's just, I have to. So I actually ended up banning him, but then he came back with an alt account, and then he was like, hell, can you see my monster box? And of course, being Reafi, because I'm so freaking talkative, like I need to like lay down on the talking, because people are actually starting to get pissed in chat, because I'm starting to talk in chat and everyone's like,
oh my god, it's Reafi, oh my god, it's fucking Reafi.
And I'm just like, yeah, hi. But point is, I clicked on the monster box, and it ended up being a porno link, a freaking porno link. A porno link on my stream, because I was showing the monster boxes on my stream while I was farming. So this naked girl and this guy get posted up onto my stream. I'm not going to go into the details of what they're doing. We'll just say, like, it was not sanitary. Like, I looked at that, and I was like, oh no! I was like, no, that's not okay. That's just gross. So I was like, okay, this is obviously him again. Sorry, man. I gotta ban you on this account too. And then he came back with a third account and then a fourth account. I was like, dude, how many accounts do you have? Why do you keep coming back here and harassing me? I know I'm pretty, but I'm not that pretty. You can go watch Gigi Angie, who's another Summoners War streamer who is a lot more pretty than I am. And, you know, right there, it kind of stopped. And so I was like, all right, it's chill, we're cool now. Everyone just be careful with that link, make sure you don't got viruses. I checked the link, it wasn't a keylogger, none of the passwords were actually compromised, so that's cool. There was no download from it. It was just some weird link that you could, you know, just pull off the internet from some random website. And when I thought that was all well and done, I started hopping around to other streams and the next morning, and I was just, you know, kind of chilling. It was really early in the morning, and I went to, we'll say, Bob's stream. Now, when I was at Bob's stream, I was just chilling and talking to him. You know, we kind of actually go a little bit back, not too far back, but I hop around streams a lot and try to help out the other Twitchers and kind of give advice. And sometimes on Wednesdays, I'll troll just because it's a little bit of fun, but not bad trolling. Just kind of being like, hey, you, I'm a Fighter 1 level player. Can you look at my monster box? And then they look at my monster box and they're like, you're not a Fighter 1 player. You're like at least a Conquer 3 Guardian 1 player. And I'm just like, yeah, but I'm not that good of a Conquer 3 Guardian 1 player. So we're just sitting there talking, and then this same motherfucker comes into the chat and starts posting more Star Wars spoilers. And at that point, I'm just like, yeah, I know, I've already seen the spoilers, no big deal. And the guy that I was actually talking to that was streaming, Bob, is actually a big Star Wars enthusiast, and he's like, that is not cool, man. That is really fucked up. And so he banned him. I was just like, oh no. Alright, well, I was like, this guy's bad trouble. He's news, alright? I can't talk English, but he's bad news. So he came back with his second, his third, and his fourth alt, like he did on my channel. And I was like, just ban him. Let it be done with. Just do it as soon as he talks. Don't let him post any links. Don't click any links, because he will post some weird nude link. You know, if you're into that kind of stuff, then, you know, maybe I'll send you his like email or something, and you can ask him for it, because I don't know what picture it was, but it was a little bit disgusting. If you're into that shit, you know, that's up to you, but Anyways, so after he, got completely banned, I was like, oh man, this is not gonna go well. He's probably pissed at me right now. And pissed he was. I woke up the next morning and I was getting bombarded with line chat messages. I'm just like, what is going on? I was getting line messages from like 6 or 7 different people. I'm like, what the fuck? So I started opening up each one, and apparently there was a Reddit post about me, and I'm just like, okay, this has got to be good. If someone's talking trash about me and pulling stuff about something that I've done, it's probably either about me, 1, being cocky, because yeah, I can be cocky sometimes, 2, being a little bit arrogant, because yeah, I can be arrogant sometimes, or 3, something completely off topic that is just really trashy. And it was option 3. So what happened was there was actually someone in my old guild chat that wasn't actually in the guild, but I considered him as a friend, and what happened was he actually took screenshots of some of the messages and sent it to this other person who was also friends. He's also in the line chat of a bunch of other people and whatnot. So those messages were definitely out of context, and when you read them with just those messages, it seems like, okay, this is kind of convincing. Like, did this really happen? And I'll go ahead and read you the actual message that was screenshotted, because even me reading it, like when I read it on the Reddit post, I was like, did I really say that? I was like, what? Did I, like, I'm an idiot? Like, did I really say that? That's really stupid. And then when I went back into it and I read the top messages that he cut out and the bottom message he cut out, I was like, all right, this motherfucker, he's convincing. I was like, that's good. But at the same time, like, come on, that's not cool. So the actual messages that he did have read something along like this. So my guildmate, who just reached Conquer 1, because we gave him a arena defense that actually could hold there, since myself and my other guild leader were actually helping in our guild. And he posted, he's like, I'm just happy I beat the bomber dude. Isn't he well known or good or something? So no more revenge, Phil, which is myself. And I was like, so I made a comment about Bomber. I was a little bit pissed because Bomber wrecked my defense, and I was like, and he showed it on stream, and he's like, yeah, it was pretty shitty defense, but your pro high resisted, so it wasn't that shitty. And I was just like, dude, not cool. He just absolutely destroyed my defense on Twitch. I was like, holy shit, like, dude, chill. So I was like, yeah, Bomber's a cocky Twitch person. His defense isn't as good as he makes it out to be, but his AO is really good. He's a G3 player. And after that, I probably shouldn't have said he's a cocky Twitch person, but I'm a cocky YouTube person. We can all admit that, and I'm sure Bomber will admit to being a little bit cocky too, and rightfully so. He's a good player. He's a G3 player, obviously. I said, I don't care about being booster. I just don't want to be below 1500. I need the glory points. So that's where it goes, okay, did I really just said I don't care about being a booster? And it's like, well, that's where I come in, because I'm a fucking idiot, guys. I was like, when I wrote that, and I remember back to writing that, oh man, did I screw up. So what happened was, my guildmate, who we did help reach Conquer 1, the arena reset, we were all below 1500 points, and I wanted to farm glory points and start getting into arena because I really need to max out my buildings. So I pushed up to 1500 immediately, and so did my guildmate. And he attacked me. I had a couple successfuls, but right, when he got his attack team, working, he could pretty much clear me 100%, and I could clear him 100%. We just kind of went back and forth over and over and over, and then eventually he started pushing me into Fighter 3, and I was like, dude, you can't do that. I need my glory points. It's 4 points versus 5 points. Like, you can't do that. And we kept going back and forth, and I was just like, dude, you can't freaking do that. I was like, no, no. And then he kept going. I was like, oh, no. And so I started posting in the line chat, and I was like, dude, you cannot keep doing this. I stopped revenging. Stop hitting me when you find me in arena. And he's just like, sorry, I just thought it was really cool that I could beat a YouTuber, and I'm really glad that I could hit your defense. Like, I kind of looked up and saw that you're way far ahead of me, and beating your defense is like a big milestone for me. And I'm just like, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, like, my poor points, my rank, I want my glory points. And so eventually I started getting a little bit upset, which is, kind of on my side. And that's why when he hit the bomb, OMG Bomber, who is a G3 player, he was very, very, very happy that he in fact beat Bomber. And that's where I was like, yeah, he's a cocky Twitch person. Now, my other guildmate made a comment, well, it's okay if you get knocked down because you could just be boosted back up. And that's when I said, I don't care about being booster, But what I meant to say, this is where I'm stupid. I meant it was a typo, and it was an autocorrection, you know, because you guys know how I am with the autocorrection. Have you seen some of my autocorrections? I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty sexy, and I'll try to put like a laughing face with like the X and the capital D, and it'll autocorrect to dad, and it'll be like, yeah, that's pretty sexy, dad. Stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh, I did not mean to put that. Well, what happened to the line chat? I try to put, I don't care about being boosted. I just want my rank to be above 1500 because I'm farming glory points. And it auto-corrected to booster, and it said, I don't care about being booster. And then no one kind of like, everyone's like, you know, yeah, we know it's not correct, whatever. And the only person that took that out of context when they saw that was the new person in the chat who wasn't in our guild. He was from another guild, and we were pretty chill with him, and we invited him because we thought he'd be cool, and he just took that completely out of context, and I can't really blame him for that, you know, I get it, but at the same time, he wasn't really completely honest as well. He was in the chat, acted like he was really friendly, and then said he found all of us annoying, so that was kind of rude, and this is just going to be the only serious part of the story, man. If you're listening to this video, that I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But it's all good, you know. People have their own opinions, and I'm not going to hold him up to that. So he took a screenshot of this, and he's like, whoa, Reafi is a booster? Like, that's weird, and he's really annoying. And so he posted that in his other line chat, and everyone's just like, what the fuck? And so the guy who is in the Twitch channel of mine, you know, in the chat, doing all the spoilers and the porno links and that one link that was we'll just, you know, put one finger in one, like, he was in that line chat, and so he took that and he's like, oh, this is my opportunity, and he went and he made a Reddit post about me, and I was just like, this is why my phone's blowing up, a stupid Reddit post about me. So I started reading it, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty convincing when you see the image. So I responded, I was like, hey guys, I'm not a booster. These are the other conversations, like, you know, from the top, from the start to the finish. This is what he cut out. Read it in its fullest, and people are like, oh, okay. And that was like maybe one or two people, and then everyone else is like, we don't freaking care. This is just drama. Drop it. Like, it's just two girls fighting back and forth, and I was like a little bit upset at that point. I was just kind of like, this is kind of annoying, but at the same time I read that, and I was like, he's kind of right. Not the girl part. I mean, I'm obviously a dude, I hope. Wait, let me check. Yeah, I'm a dude. And I was like, yeah, this is a little bit ridiculous. Like, this is just two people arguing back and forth and bringing all these other parties into it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna drop it. I posted my response to him. It's all good. And then it actually ended up being an OMG Bombers Twitch stream, and they were talking about it, and they had him in the Discord. And they're like, yeah, Reafi's fighting back. And eventually I got a lot of my friends to downvote the actual post and to oblivion, so it got pushed all the way off of the front page. Can't find it anymore, really. You'd have to go really searching for it. Same as mine. I just pushed mine all the way down, and that was that. And, you know, it was pretty funny, and this is the cream of the crop. So I was listening to OMG Bomber's stream and hearing this, you know, asshole talk about me, and I was like, yeah, you're funny, but dude, the trolling, you gotta stop somewhere, right? Like, I troll a lot. I like to be a troll, but there's a point where you cross from troll to just douchebag. And after he left, OMG Bomber's like, fucking Richard. And I was just like, yeah, fucking Richard, man. And so I started talking in chat, and he's like, oh, Reafi's here now. And so he started doing some pleb thing and like a giveaway and whatnot. He's like, all right, put this in the chat if you want to enter in the giveaway for a free subscription and whatnot. So I entered in with like 10 seconds remaining, and everyone else was like entering like crazy and blah blah blah, and there's like 200 people in chat. And who is the first winner? Freaking me. I won the giveaway right after Richard logged off, and they did the giveaway, and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. OMG Bomber was cracking his ass off. The other people in the Discord were cracking their ass off. Everyone was going crazy in chat, and they're like, this has to be set up. And I'm like, I just got here. I'm just listening in because I just thought I'd stop by Bomber's stream and say hi. So I ended up getting some gift. I was like, you can re-roll it if you want. Like, I'm just here to say hi. And he's like, no, a winner is a winner. So I guess now your boy Reafi is subscribed to OMG Bomber, guys. And after that, things pretty much died down, and it was a little bit crazy at first, and I went to the bottom of it. We ended up removing a few people from our guild chat that were a little bit unfaithful and really untruthful, but it's okay. And you know what? in all seriousness, there was a little bit of hurt in what happened, mostly just funny because what happened was really ridiculous, and honestly, I think myself and this other guy both acted like little kids here, and it was a little bit of fun because, you know, sometimes I like to act like a little bit kid. If you've seen my YouTube videos, like, sometimes I can be a little bit ridiculous, but in all seriousness here, to who, you know who you are out there that took screenshots and really cut that stuff out and showed that in your chat. I forgive you. It's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. But at the same time, you'll probably never make it back into our chat again because that's just one of those things that you just don't do. And especially to a fellow YouTuber, you just don't do that, man. And it's okay. We'll leave it at that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. It was just one of those moments that I was just like, oh, man, throw me a bone here. In other news, though, I am doing a competition for Christmas summons. It is going to be tomorrow, well, technically today, at 11:59 p.m. on the 24th of December, PST. All right, that's global server time. Keep that on your calendar or whatever. Set a timer. I've got a countdown going, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be awesome, okay? So make sure you guys go to it. There's already like 10 people entered in with a ton of scrolls. If you haven't entered in already, enter in. Go to, I'll have a link right here, boom, right on the screen. Go to it, okay? And if you want to enter in. We're going to be doing a point system for the person that gets the most natural 4 stars or 5 stars, you know, based on their tier. And on top of that, I'm going to be doing a prize for the first place winner. The winner is going to be getting a gift card for iTunes and Google Play, either or, you know, depending on what platform they're on. I am doing a 15,000 subscriber giveaway. It's going to be awesome, okay? So stay tuned for that. So far, I've got a list of things I'm giving out. I'm giving out an account, I'm giving out a few gift cards, and I'm giving out some t-shirts, some exclusive Reafi t-shirts. So if you guys are really prepared for that, before they even come out on the store, because I'm going to start making some t-shirts and selling those out. If you guys want to buy them, it's totally up to you. It's chill. But I definitely want to get one for myself so I can wear it when I do YouTube videos. I mean, I kind of need to look pretty sexy, don't I? And on top of that, you know, it's just a way for me to show my appreciation to you guys for giving me so much support. Even in dark times, you know, when people have been, you know, pretty troll, like in instances like this, it's okay. All I've got to remember is that there is an audience out there, quite large now, you know, it's growing, you know, my reefers are growing. I'm hesitant to call you reefers, even though that's my Facebook group, because I don't want to be associated with pod smokers as my audience group. But, you know, regardless, I know a lot of players do appreciate the videos I put out and the content and information that I provide. So just know that I'm not going to let anyone stop me from that. So I'll leave the video at that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys liked the video, make sure you leave a like, and also feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate if you subscribe. We're reaching 15,000 subscribers for our giveaway. Just remember that, all right? All right, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Stay tuned. The next episode is going to be the Christmas summons. It's going to be super awesome, all right? Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and see you, everybody. Stay awesome.